Hi, Deborah.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm good. You?
I'm fine. So, I want to start with your first period experience. And we know that everyone has a different experience, right?
Yes.
So, take us back to that moment.
It started when I was 13. And before then, I always wanted to have that experience because everyone in school was already carrying their sanitary pads in their bag and acting all fancy. And I remember it was actually on a Saturday morning because I wasn't going to school. I woke up in my white nightgown and I saw the blood stain. And I really had mixed feelings because I was excited. I'm part of the gang now, and I'm feeling among. But I also didn't know what to expect. What is the next step? So I called my mom. She was in her room and she came. And even before then, she told me, oh, when a woman starts a menstrual cycle, they will kill chicken. And although she did not kill chicken, she did buy chicken for me to celebrate it, and then had to teach me what to do. And I think before then, always came to my school and they taught us how to handle the pad, the disposing and all of that. So I was using that and the experience my mom, or the teaching my mom gave me to figure out how to wear the pad and how to, do what you need to do throughout the day.
Okay, that sounds like you had an interesting first time.
Yeah.
So, if I'm right, is something you were excited about?
Yes.
Would you say your experience over the last couple of years has met that excitement?
I think it's something about what you ordered versus what you got. Because then when they were always teaching and talking about period, it seemed like a very cool experience where the only part I was excited for was just carrying the sanitary pad. And then it dawned on me that was the least of my problems. And over the years, I've had to experience the side effects of going through your menstrual cycle. No one told me the cramps would be so life-changing, and having to then go through your day-to-day activities, have to calculate the period. And even when you calculate the period is it has a mind of its own and decides to pop up anytime. So I guess that's it for me.
So, looking back, do you think you would have appreciated it more if you were given more in-depth details and the necessary details about what to expect with your period?
Yes, I believe so. But still, I think experience really did the teaching. I don't think there's anything they would have said that would really because I think period is different for everybody. And you cannot, even if they teach you about all the symptoms and what to expect, your body still gets to pick the one it has to express for that month. There are some months that you are bloating, there are some other months it's just cramps, and then some other months you have to go through, I think, vomiting and all of that. But I do believe if I was given enough information before I started, I think it would make the experience or experiences that I've had better.
So, if you could say something to that 13-year-old Debbie that was expecting her period and looking forward to it, what would it be?
I'll tell her, oh, it's a scam. Because I can remember the excitement, oh, finally I've gotten my period. And now going through it every month and having to dread the coming, I would just tell her it's really not what the hype, but it's great because that means your body is working with a certain time. You have entered another phase, and it's something that you should actually celebrate.
You've repeatedly mentioned, the other side, what you ordered versus what you got. So, I'd like to know, what did you get?
I think I got, I think one of the things that really surprised me was the pain. Like, when they say you have cramps, some people just think it's like this very light stomach ache. And then no one told me the backache. It's really like when you are walking and doing something and it just grips you from the back. And no one really explained. And I don't think they could have done a very good job explaining it, but even having to manage your day-to-day activities with the rush, the days that they're like there's a rush, the days, the heavy flow and all of that, having to manage it, having to be conscious, be careful, because one little laugh, one little sneeze could really just change the whole day for you. And also I think just having to also understand that even though I'm going through that situation, I should give myself grace, because once there's a spell, it really just like can ruin your day, your self-esteem. And if you're not around people who know how to manage that situation well, it can escalate into something that really is not much of a big deal.
Sounds like you have a lot to unpack there. But what experience stood out for you that, would I say, destroyed your day or just turned the other way around, right, in relation to dealing with your period on a day-to-day basis?
I think I once had a period where I couldn't find a toilet, and I had to be in that place all through the day. And before I could even find somewhere to clean up, I was already like the jeans and everything, and I just had to patch it up. And you're around people too around that time. I was around people around that time too, and everybody was trying to say, oh, it's not a big deal, but it was a big deal for me, because if I could have gotten a good toilet, especially I think maybe people really don't consider women when they are creating or building things. So why you get to building and there's no toilet, it really doesn't make any sense. Or even the toilet is crappy and you have to then just manage yourself, and that doesn't stop the period. It will keep pouring, and then you have stains, and then you have to be cautious, especially when you're in the bus, so that you don't have to stay in the bus. So you have to sit in a certain angle and all of that. It was really so bad that day that when I got home, it was enough to cry.
Would you say that people's response, right, in situations like that is usually fair or understanding? Have you encountered people that have had like negative experience or did not know how to react in those situations?
I think the people who are giving me like the worst experience are the older women, which is very, very ironic, because they should understand. But maybe when you need an excuse, oh my, I'm going through this and just give me a little grace. Okay, maybe the cramps is just so bad, and maybe I'm standing, they'll be like, hey, are you the first person to go through that menstrual cycle? What is it? And will you die or something like that? But there has definitely been positive experience from friends who are like, okay, we are open. I think it's a very common girl code when you tell your friend, oh, please, when I stand up, just check it for me. There's a way I think the girl code, you stand up, she looks, and then she gives you a signal that all is well. But my negative experience has been from people who I would expect should understand better, being that they've been through that situation.
Isn't that ironic?
Very.
You've talked about your experiences now, specifically with older women.
Yeah.
But then how has it been with the opposite gender in relation to the subject of menstruation?
Different. I think they really want to get into the nitty-gritty of what it takes for a girl to have a menstrual period. They just want to stay at the surface. Oh, you have cramps, just okay, I get you have cramps. But I've actually had friends and even my brother be very supportive. Like, okay, I think I've had an experience where I did get badly stained, And one of my friends just like removed this jacket and then covered me from behind and said, oh, okay, you've actually stained your clothes. And there was no over exaggerated reaction, I guess. But overall, I think the understanding they have is can get better, but they are trying.
That's right. Do you think, you mentioned that, they always prefer to stay, at the surface, most guys, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is so?
I think there's this misunderstanding where they make you feel like, oh, since it's a woman's experience, it should just be the woman should understand. And the reason why, I think maybe it's because of the issue that has to do with blood, and they I don't know, maybe they have issues with with seeing blood or something like that. But like the way we've described the experiences and everything we've felt, most of them really don't want to know. They just know once they hear period, next thing is blood. I don't want to deal with blood, but I can wish you the best from afar. So I think that's like the issue. Maybe it's the fact that there is that blood part involved.
And how does that make you feel?
I really feel if they can understand it better, it's a big deal, but it's not that big of a deal. It's a big deal as far it's a phase in every woman's life. It will still come to an end, but it's also not big of a deal where if I say I'm on my period, the next thing you believe is I'm going to be cranky, I'm going to be very emotional, and anything I do at that point in time, you want to tie it to the fact that I'm going through my period.
Have you had a moment where you had to clear a guy or just explain for that in terms of, period and all of that because of like a misconception and a way they were reacting?
Yes. That's with my brother. I had to like sit him down because then we have a younger sister, and I had to tell him, okay, even though you are experienced me having my period, the way you would react or treat my sister has to be different. I don't want you to tie every reaction or attitude she has to her period, which is like the very gross misconception. Like once they see a woman acting angry or emotional, the next question is, are you on your period? And I do understand maybe it is them being empathetic or some way, but it can actually come off as, oh, the only time I can have a very an outburst is when I'm on my period. So I've had to educate my friends, my brother most especially, on, okay, this is what it's about. It's not bad, it's not yucky, it's just a phase. It's very normal and is expected.
Okay. What is I know you've mentioned something touching that a friend of yours did, but then what's the most awkward or surprising experience you've had relating with periods with, a guy?
Now I would have to think for this one. Awkward. Oh, I think it was when the guy found a used pad in my bag, and the reaction was just too much. It was as if, I think it was either he wanted to vomit or something. I just felt like it was already wrapped in a nylon. You just discovered after holding it that it was it was a menstrual pad, and the way he reacted just made it look like it's not that big of a deal and all of that.
So what do you think should be changed in how guys are raised to understand period?
I think they should be thoroughly educated. I think when we are calling girls to teach them, we should also call the guys too. And not because of anything, but because they are potential husbands and fathers. And always having to push it to the woman, oh, because what if you don't have a woman there? How would you handle the situation? You shouldn't be embarrassed to hold your daughter's pad while she's in the toilet trying to change. So I think we should thoroughly educate men on what the menstrual cycle is about, the details, everything, what actually is going on, so they don't just think that the only thing or the only symptom that comes with menstruation is emotional outbursts. there are other things that women experience during their menstrual cycle. They should be aware of that. They should also understand how to care for the women in their lives when it comes to them going through their menstrual cycle.
So you're going to start the role of educating. What's one thing that you wish every man knew about menstruation?
That it's not your key. That it's not a big deal, but it's still a big deal because it's something a woman has to experience, and sometimes you must learn to give grace and understand that that person is going through something, but it's also not big of a deal where you are giving exaggerated responses that really can determine the next move and the next step. It's not easy for us too, going through it. I don't think anyone is anticipating when is my next period, when is my next menstrual cycle, except for other reasons personal to them. But so it's not like when we then have the periods, it's like, oh yay, I get to go through 7 months. And not just the menstrual cycle. I think there are other cycles a woman goes through. I think they should be educated too about that, so that they understand fully that if there's a woman in my life, these are the things that she's going through. These are the things, okay, after a period, there's another cycle that she's going through. 2 weeks after, there's another cycle. This is what happens in that time, and this is how best I can help her through it.
Thank you, Debbie.